As a creative human being, you can switch between styles as and when you feel inspired to. The key consideration should be how making the art feels to you. That's the most important thing. The rest is very much secondary. Hi, it's Anna Mason. I'm known for painting realistic botanicals, and I've done that for over 15 years. But more recently, I've also been spending time painting in a looser way. This felt like a major thing for me, even though my love continues to be botanical subject matter and close-up, bold compositions. I've really enjoyed this development in my art practice, and I see it as an addition rather than a total change of direction. But how about you? Have you been painting in a realistic way and are thinking about trying a more expressive style? How can you know that it's going to be a good fit for you? The obvious answer is to try it. However, to get to a stage where you're producing work to a standard you're happy with is likely to take a little while. So before embarking on that journey, you might want to consider the reasons for and the reasons against loosening up your style. Let's start by looking at the reasons for loosening up. Number one, and the most important reason, is you enjoy the look of looser artwork. What lights you up? Not sure? I recommend browsing on Pinterest, which is the most amazing visual resource. Spend some time searching for different art styles and subject matter that catch your eye, and save images to a board for your own inspiration. You can then look back over it and identify themes in what you like, which will give you clues to the style that you'd like to work in. Reason number two is you don't enjoy spending hours making your drawings. Realistic paintings usually require realistic drawings first. Mine always do. These are really important to get accurate. Drawing aids such as projectors can help with this, but the drawing stage will always likely be a time-consuming part of the process. Reason three is you want to be able to finish a painting quickly. Realistic work is time-consuming. The rewards can be totally worth it when you create a painting that wows yourself and others in its incredible realism. But it does depend on how much time and energy you have available in the current season of your life. I've written about how in my current stage of life as a mum with 2 young children, my time is so much more limited, and yet the sense of completion of an artwork is something I crave to give me a boost. So for me, speeding up the painting process was a huge factor in me beginning to work in a looser and therefore quicker style. Reason four is you want to bring more of yourself into your artwork. Realistic artwork is all about the subject. You'll decide on that subject, perhaps taking reference photos yourself, as I do, and then you'll plan your composition. But you'll then stay very faithful to your subject. Instead, you might be wanting to express more of yourself, your own preferences and visual decisions in your artwork, making it more reflective of who you are and how you feel. This self-expression can be very enjoyable and even therapeutic, and can lead you to create an art style that's unique to you. Now let's look at the case against loosening up your art style. 1. Your skills are holding you back from painting realistic work. Perhaps you've been aiming for detail and realism, but your paintings and drawings feel like they're falling short of that. Before you throw in the towel and feel that you need to accept that you'll have to work in a looser style, make sure that you give yourself a chance. Working in a realistic way takes a lot of skill, and getting some good instruction is very important to help you with this. Nature Studio membership can of course give you all the instruction that you need to develop your realistic painting skills to a high standard. We've helped thousands of others. Once you've got your skills where you want them, deciding which style to work in is a lot easier. 2. You've been told you should loosen up, but you love to paint detail. If you've been to art classes, it's highly likely that an art teacher may have told you to loosen up your style. This advice is often dished out without any regard for your own personal taste around the art you enjoy looking at as well as creating. I have a blog post on this topic from a few years ago that often gets fresh comments, as so many people have had their detailed art style shamed in this way. There's nothing wrong with working in a detailed way, and working looser is not for everyone. Art's subjective, so check in with yourself to discover what you like best. 3. You don't want to have to make decisions when you paint. I get this. We have to make so many decisions so many times a day. Sometimes we want our art practice to be free of them. Once you're skilled at painting realistically, you can simply get in the zone and effectively copy a photo without having to decide at all which parts of your subject to emphasize or what color to use, etc. But that's not the case with looser painting. However, it's worth being aware that once you're practiced in working looser, those decisions can come instinctively and without the need for the usual sort of thinking that can feel so taxing. I hope this video has helped you decide whether to try working in a looser style or to work in a more detailed way. Remember, art's subjective, and you don't have to commit to working in just one style forevermore. As a creative human being, you can switch between styles as and when you feel inspired to. The key consideration should be how making the art feels to you. That's the most important thing. The rest is very much secondary. Subscribe to Nature Studio TV for short nature-themed classes in a range of styles. Sign up now at naturestudio.com. Remember, your art will be unique to you and there's space for all of us.